Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you've been in my live streams, you've noticed that there's been one particular thumbnail that I always sit there and put up. And, hot damn, I guess I'm going to be sitting there using it tonight. Yeah, the day's finally come. We all saw this coming. And I gotta sit there and say that right off rip, I really enjoy this episode because even from Brooke and Hope's perspective, Hope just comes across as just, I don't want to sit there and say brain damage, but like, I can't find a better word to sit there and describe this woman. I had to sit there and do this review tonight, and I am going to do a live stream. It's not going to be too long, but I had to get this out before we start talking about this tonight because Hope, she's doing her usual, justifying my actions. We had to sit there and do it, blah, 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 blah. How come you didn't come to, and there's one part where she's like, how come you didn't come to me first? And, when I talked to DC during our stream, which you should check it out. It's members only, but you should check it out. He was like, listen, I get that that Brooke had to sit there and tell the truth, but damn, you couldn't sit there and at the very least give your daughter a heads up. And now Hope is all concerned for Carter and saying that if Carter gets fired, is an injustice. What the is wrong with this chick? And by the way, she's like, well, I think Brooke was like, I get that he wanted to give ideas, but that's not what Foster Creations is. They didn't want to sit there and go with that. Yeah, Rich is always open to the idea of open to new ideas, yeah, but he does have final say. And I think this comes into a couple of problems, right? Business and personal. This is why at any job, there always should be a fine line between business and personal. Because when you start getting a little bit too friendly and you think that you can do something and they have to sit there and be an actual boss and you start to get into your feelings, it should have never got to that point. Should have never got to that point. Number two, at the end of the day, when you watch this episode, working for a family company, you have, it's weird to sit there and say you have to know your place, but this is one of the detriments to working at a family company. Okay? You see it later on. He's like, when you walk into this building today, did you see this sign? It's been there for like, I don't know, eons. So it starts with an F. Oh yeah, it's Forster. And it had a bunch of people's names on it. You know whose name it didn't have on it? Yours. And Hope's. Oof. I gotta sit there and say, it seemed like he's been having this resentment towards Hope for a while. I'm surprised their relationship worked at all the way he was sitting there talking about her. And even in the beginning, he's like, if you dump Hope, tear up those papers, we could just go back to where things were. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? Wait. And in an alternate timeline, you're sitting there telling me that you'll be able to trust him again? Are you kidding me? So they start reading each other, right? First he's like, no. And Rich is like, so you're just gonna throw all of it away for Hope effing Logan? Are you serious? Bro, she is using you. Then they go back and forth. And at one point, Carter's like, see, that's your problem. And I'm paraphrasing here. Whenever there's a problem, you're sitting there blaming a Logan, like your mother. And I'm sitting there and I'm eating, right? And when he said that, I was like, wait. Hold on, hold on. I had to sit there and put down my food for a minute and back that up. Like, I'm sorry, did he just bring up Mom Dukes? You know, when you're a kid and you're going back and forth with friends or whatever, and or you're going back and forth with someone, and they bring your mother into a conversation, and that's when that shit gets real personal. Yeah, that's what he just did, right? That's what he just did. So he threw down the gauntlet, and this shit got real, and it got real fast when he did that. And I think if for Ridge, if this was anybody else that wasn't Carter, it definitely would have been a fist to the face. Okay, let's just be honest. There's certain lines you don't cross. He didn't just cross that line. He practically moonwalked through that shit. So at that point, you know, Ridge had to get real with him. And he started reading his ass right back. And that's when he started bringing up, listen, your name is now in the building. Your name is never going to be on the building. Then he brings up consequences. And, he makes some comment or whatever. You can sit there and watch it. It's I can't phrase it the way he does it. And the way he does it, it's just like, I may have to go back and use that shit one day. That's how good that comeback was. And then he's just like, you're fired. Get out of my office and pretty much just get out of my life. And he's angry and he's hurt. And you could feel all of that. Not just the words, the tone. Sometimes a tone can sit there and mean so many things at once. Because he's not just angry. That's pretty much like a brother to him. And pretty much after that Mom Deuce comment, yeah, it's like cutting off a finger, not a whole finger, but like right there. You're hurt, you're angry, but you're still alive. That's how you felt, in a sense. So yeah, I feel like there's a little bit more to it, but that's just the general gist of the episode. Carter's ass got fired. We all saw it coming. This was one of those things, I know I'm putting this out late. This is one of those things where it's like, when that happened, it was like, yeah, it's like, yeah, we knew it was going to happen, but like watching it, I don't want to sit there and say real time because it's like Stephen over here, but like watching it happen, yeah. So I think it's time to dust off the old thumbnail. Guess I'm going to have to be creative and make two. I'll figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to do a live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Hopefully, because I'm doing this on my tablet, it doesn't take too long for it to come out. And then I can tell you about the stream. And we can do the stream for like maybe like an hour or so, because like tomorrow is, as you know, Hell Day. We're going to be talking about this all week because, it's been off for the past 2 days. So they getting into it. And again, I got to sit there and say, hey, B&B stepped it up today. I mean, I don't know what they were doing a little bit before, but they've been stepping it up. So they keep it like this soapiness. They might, just might, get another renewal for another year. Just on a little side note, one of my favorite shows from back in the day was One Tree Hill. And as good as I thought that One Tree Hill was, One Tree Hill was one of those shows that survived every year barely. Like, they had a renewal every year. This isn't like soaps like with Young and the Restless, where you get a 4-year renewal. I want you to just coast through that whole thing. No, they were, you know, they had to sit there and show up and bring it every year. So as much as I always sit there and say, yeah, you got a year to sit there and do it, One Tree Hill had a year to do it, and they did it for like, what was it, 8 seasons? I've lost count. So they keep bring it like this. We may have something. I'm very looking for. I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow's episode. So hopefully this reaches y'all before my live stream. And yeah, if y'all can share this video, that would definitely help, because this was a good one. This was a good one. I wasn't even. It was a part of me. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a review because it's like 7 something, and I gotta get ready to do the live stream. And then when this happened, I was like, nah. I was like, even if I don't do a live stream, I'm damn sure putting out this video. It may not get as much views if I was to put it out earlier, but yeah, we need to talk about this. So here we are. Anyway, if I missed anything, write in the comment section below, and share the video if you can. I know sharing is an extra step, but trust me, it does help. I think it was actually one day that Bond the Beautiful's numbers was higher than GH. Yeah, it was higher than General Hospital. I'm still sitting there trying to figure that shit out, but yeah, that happened. So anyway, I'll sit there and see you in the next video.